understand anything and anything. Yeah?
Nangwani means there's nothing wrong.
What is that word?
Nangwani.
Nangwani. So please spell it for me. Write it for me so that I will.
To be honest, you know the spelling.
It's N.
It's technically like you know Rastafarian was a one.
Yeah.
Was one. Yeah.
Was one. But now we've changed it. Hip hop. I understand. Nangwan. Nothing much.
You know. Can I tell you what is my issue? My issue is that
we're always coming up with new words. I know.
No. Besides coming up with new words, copying makes you a copycat, makes you an imitator, and there's nothing wrong with copying. But if you can't be able to paste, I think that is the biggest problem.
But here's the thing: Reggae is also actually part of rap.
It's part of rap.
So
Raga has been derived from reggae music. Reggae music, which has been derived from ska music. Now, hip hop as well, comes from music genres such as blues and jazz, where it has been played. The beat has been looped, and then you are able, to speed over those things. So, who's who?
I'm T1 Lodi. And
then.
My name is Perc Oslo.
It's Perc.
Perc.
Or Perc. Oslo.
Yes.
Yeah, Perc Oslo. How are you doing?
It's great to be here.
It's great to be here. Now, how old are you?
I'm 17.
And then the T is it T1?
Yeah, you can just say T1.
T1.
Yeah.
T1. How are you?
I'm finding you, sir. I'm finding you
Tell me now. You chose amongst any other music you could have decided to do, and then you chose hip hop.
It's not that I actually chose hip hop. I can't say that I'm a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. It's not hip hop. I don't call it hip hop. I call it music, because what I put on hip hop, what I say when I rap, is actually like something that comes out of my emotions. So I can't say it's rap or hip hop. I call it music.
Okay? You see, music has got different genres, right?
Yeah.
In music, you find different genres. For instance, there is hip hop, which is actually rap. Then there's R&B. Then there's reggae music. There's blues. There's jazz. There's pop. No. I'm just clustering them into one, where I can be able to identify with this music. Which music genre do you identify with? Let's start with Oslo.
Growing up, we were exposed to a lot of hip hop as a collective, really. But
Closer to the mic a little bit, yeah.
But we major in trap soul.
Oh, okay.
Trap and new age hip hop.
So when you started rapping, right? What were like the first words that you've ever used? No. Let's start with Oslo, then T1 after. Yeah.
The first words I ever used.
Yeah.
It was different. It was different conversations that I had with myself, really.
That's very deep, eh?
Yes, because I had to explore a different side of myself, what I show people. Because when I'm at home, I would play music or any kind of music. I don't really listen to Vast.
Oh, okay.
At last time.
Oh, okay. You know what? Hold that thought. The same question, T1.
Like, how can I say this? It all started in grade 6. It was actually the first verse I wrote was out of anger, because as a kid, you up to mischief. So I was writing on the table, and then this other hand in my class, she snitched, you see. And when she snitched, this old lady, she pulled up, she slapped me. And my homie's like, bro, just relax, sit down. And then I wrote my first verse. I can't remember the first verse because it was like in grade 6. It was a long time ago. But then I could say, it was vulgar. It was vulgar because it was out of anger. That's when I put my emotions in it. But like I can't say that I remember my first verse.
So are you a vulgar person yourself?
Not really, but then you know, like when I use vulgar in my music, it's not like I'm just using it out of the fact of using it. Then you know, it depends. Some like most of my music, I don't put vulgar in. You know, it comes
which is a very good thing.
Yeah, it comes with I don't know how it comes, but then it comes with the flow that I get from like if I write the first line is always the opening like thing for me. Because when I write the first line, that's like the opening thought. Like the first line, I continue with the other lines, so the other lines actually come naturally. So for me, it's like a skill, so they come naturally. I make like sometimes I don't use like swear words because I can be poetic, I can be sincere, I can be like direct with my music. You know, I can put my emotion. Not all my emotions have to sway. You know, sometimes my emotions, like they have to just speak. You know, they just want you to listen. They don't want you to hear the swear words and what to portray. They just want you to like listen. Like doesn't matter. The beat doesn't really matter to me. You know, because I make music in the music. I make music in the music. The beat doesn't matter. So you just have to listen to my words. That's my music.
So what's your method of writing? Like for you guys, you just said you're part of trap soul, right?
Yeah.
One of your elements. Then you do trap, right?
Yes.
But you're mostly influenced by new age, right?
Yeah.
But what's your method of writing? Because when we're looking at new age, myself and Mr. Stan, we already know new age is a lot of materialistic stuff,
Yes.
and they have a lot of besides the vulgar that you just spoke of, they have a lot of the lifestyle, if you
The
get what I'm
lifestyle,
saying.
yes.
So I want to know in that process, because half of the people that are in new age are freestyling now.
Yeah,
And it's a lot of mumble. But I want to hear from you guys. What's your process of writing? I think we'll start with you now.
Yeah,
Too.
when I write, like when I write, obviously it starts by listening with the beat. The beat actually contradicts what I'm gonna write. It gives me a certain emotion on what I'm gonna write. If the beat makes me feel like this, I write what I feel then like on the paper. You know, it's easy. I feel it much more on the paper. I don't feel it on the phone. I don't type anything on the phone. The phone is for the beat. I play the beat. And then I think of the first words, or I mumble the flow of the verse. And then once I get, the right mumble, like the right flow of the verse, that's when, let me see what's gonna be the first line. The opening line opens everything up for me.
And then Oslo?
Well, for me, it actually stems from emotion. Whatever I'll be feeling on a day, I'll just put it down on paper. I never go anywhere without this.
Oh, okay. Which is a very beautiful thing, because most of the rappers, when they started, they used to like have a book, right? They would even save money to buy themselves a pencil and maybe a two choir, for instance. Now you said something very interesting, and I'm interested in that question. What sort of conversation does a 16-year-old have with themselves?
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wanna hear that.
It's a 16-year-old.
16, 17-year-old.
Yeah, really, it's the demographics that we live in, the conversations that we have as a group of friends. Because when we met, it was more of how we can use
Like what we have around us, because we had a lot of productive things around us at the time. When we met each other at church, you know. Yeah, we met each other at church. At that time,
Yes.
At that time, like rap wasn't that like real, you know. It wasn't real to us at that time. So we had to find each other actually, you know. Like the conversations, the question was the conversations we put in our heads when we tell ourselves. Like most most conversations that I tell myself when it comes to music is write what I feel.
So you write what you feel. Have you ever heard of a book, I Write What I Like? By Steve Biko.
By Steve Biko.
No, it's fine. You'll still get to the stage where you will learn about it and all of those things. So that is the sort of conversation that you actually have with yourself.
Yeah.
Now, can I tell you something? We're going to run a competition in October.
In October.
Yeah, where we're inviting MCs to come and battle right here at VMC Planet Radio Live. And then we're going to sift people up until we are left with 20 people. And Vision is going to talk more about how you get to enter into that competition and all of those things. And you were saying earlier on that you are a person that can be able to freestyle. Do you when you freestyle, do you, I don't want to say mindless freestyle, eh?
Yeah,
you know, like when you freestyle, that's the thing, you know, you don't need to think too much, because when you think too much, that's when you're actually gonna mess up. That's when you're gonna mumble. All you have to do is actually free your mind. You must just say what your mind tells you to say. Like even on the beat, you know, like the human brain is actually magic. Actually, it's really magical. The human brain is the most magical thing ever, because it gives off emotion. Emotion can give off the thoughts of words that you're gonna say on the beat, you know, with the sound. So the beat puts most of the things in what you're thinking. So what you feel in your mind will just automatically say it.
Okay, before we play your song, right?
Yeah.
I just want to ask this one question. Your favorite verse, right?
That you've ever wrote.
That you've ever wrote. What was it about?
My favorite verse that I've ever wrote.
You want to start? You can go for it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, like I don't have a favorite verse.
Is it?
I don't think I have favorite verses.
Okay.
Because I love all of my verses, all of my music. I love it because it comes from my heart.
It's you see, it's a very, very diplomatic answer.
Yeah,
you know, because with each and every human
artist.
being or artist, it doesn't matter whether you're a soccer player or they can ask you what is your special goal, that goal that you're very proud of. But Oslo,
Let's hear what you have to say, also.
I actually do have a favorite verse. Actually, I wrote it 6 months back.
Okay.
It was what I did, like the expression from it developed from emotion, from heartbreak actually.
All right. Wait. Heartbreak.
Yes.
You see, no, you know,
17 years of age and
heartbreak. No. It's because I know, Mr. Stan, how you're gonna feel. We're gonna ask 17 and heartbreak. This is high school heartbreaks, you know.
This is high school.
It
Yes.
happens. It happens.
Oh, okay.
So I wanna know, right? The first 4 bars. Give us just the first 4, because it's your favorite verse. You should know the first, or your favorite punchline in it. So how? If
How does
you
it go?
can, yeah.
I see it. She was smitten by my demons. Little me, but we are not the same. In fact, I don't think we're even. Well, that just
Okay,
What
I'm getting from it, it's as you said, the trap soul side. That's what I want to hear when you translate it and go in. As much as T1 Lowly does do his freestyles, are you also part of that?
I suck at freestyle. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have to just put it down in like paper. That's just me.
Okay, no. Everybody has got their own style.
Everybody has it. So,
but let's do this. Let's play your songs right now, right?
yeah, and what's your song name, guys?
It's Good Intentions. We recorded it on Sunday.
Oh, so it's pretty new.
So it's an exclusive right now.
Yeah, it's really
Pretty
exclusive.
exclusive.
All
Not
right.
even released. It's technically gonna be on an EP I'm dropping.
Oh, okay.
I still.
I still.
Yeah.
Let's play this track and then you tell us what I Still is about.
Yeah,
okay?
let's hear.
Right?
Let's hear your track. You know, from a 16-year-old. Welcome back. It's Mr. Stan and Vision right here at VMC Planet Radio. The show is called Second to None. It's exactly 16:19. I don't know, maybe it's due to age or something. I will say it's 16:19. It's exactly 16:20 now. And how does the young one say?
20 past 4.
20 past
20 past 4.
There's no other way around it.
Like, no. You know, we're at 16 and stuff now. It's a long process. 20 past 4. That's it.
We are still chilling with T1 and
Lowly.
Oslo. You know,
Yeah,
and then why those names?
Like T1, it started in primary, you know. Like in primary, you used to call me Throw, like Throw, because my stepdad. But then I wouldn't say he's my stepdad. I'll call him my dad name because then like I umuntu omkhulisiwe, I'm sorry.
Mm.
So yeah, it started really with that. His surname was Trole. So
Yeah.
when they heard that, they started calling me Trole. Then they started calling me Tro. And I was the only person who had that, you know. And I was pretty humble about it. I was pretty humble. I'm actually a pretty humble person. And like when my mom told me Witty lowly actually means humble, I was like, so I didn't actually have to think about it. It actually came naturally because it was T1 lowly.
Alright. And Perc?
With me, it's kind of funny because Perc came from my second name, Percy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's at school, my friends used to call me Perc or Percocet
Mm-hmm.
or because or Hercules, the black Hercules, because every record that I would attack, I would kill.
Yeah.
Alright, now you see with that whole Hercules thing, I think you should add that in a verse. Like it would be nice. Now the song that you just came up with, the one that we just played, what's the name again?
Good intentions.
Good intentions. What is the concept of good intentions? What brought up good intentions?
You know, like, I'm not gonna lie. As I'm working on this EP, it's supposed to be in the EP. So the EP is actually my emotions. Cause not a while ago, I went through heartbreak. You know, as a teenager, you know, heartbreak is really sore. You know, and like it comes with other sicknesses that you don't think it will come with, like bipolar, anxiety, and depression. You know, like we have to like speak about it because some people actually kill themselves because of that. Some teenagers kill themselves because they have that thing of I'm mentally ill and like I need support, but then you know they don't get the support they need, they don't get the love they need, you know. And like yeah, so it actually comes from this hand actually had bipolar, anxiety, and depression. You know?
Also, I still just talks about the emotion that a
Yeah,
teenager would feel
Yeah.
if they had to go through what you guys are calling a heartbreak, basically, and what you've experienced with it, right?
Yeah.
So, besides the heartbreak, have you ever felt any of the anxiety, the
Yeah.
bipolarism that you're speaking about, or the
You
depression?
know, depression. You're like, I'm not gonna lie, I have depressing times. Whenever I'm depressed, I just look at the book, look at like my rap book, I write lyrics. If I don't write lyrics, I just sleep it off. Even if I sleep it off, you know, eventually the depression will catch. I'll wake up with the depression. It doesn't help.
Okay, so
you know.
depressing thoughts keep coming.
Depressing thoughts.
And then for you, Oslo, like I'm just thinking, do you go through the same emotions? Do you? Because I'm guessing that the song you both on it, right?
Yeah.
So you basically part of I Still.
Yeah.
So when I Still was given to you, like, yo, bro, you're gonna be part of I Still. How did you take the title and good intentions as well?
Well, when Troll hit me up with good intentions, I could relate to the depression and the anxiety because growing up, what had an impact in me, like writing, was my parents' divorce. Like they divorced when I was young. So I guess I let all of that, I put all of that on record. That was my only way of dealing with it. And with heartbreak, it was pure teenage tribulations actually.
Yeah.
So when you hit me up with good intention, I was like, bro, it's no problem. This is something that the youth actually talks about.
Yeah, and it actually happened like in the room. We were supposed to on Saturday. Last week Saturday, we were supposed to record with this other guy, St. Ways, you know. So we were supposed to record St. Ways on Saturday, but then it turned out it didn't pull up. So I had to hlanganisa plan B, you know. I hlanganisa the plan B. But while I was hlanganisang the plan B, we were at my crib at that time. So I'm vlogging with Perc also. So I'm like, yo, dude, let's work on this. You know, I want you to work on this. I want you to write a verse for this. You know, maybe you do have a verse, because maybe you might relate, maybe you might have written to something you can relate, like maybe you can relate, like you might have written to something, like you've written something that can relate to the song, you know. Yeah, so it was like, you know, it's chill, babe, let me hear it. So I played the beat on my phone, then like maybe they not might hear the words in the chorus, but then the chorus actually goes like this: low-key, I'm in my feelings, shutting out, but you don't hear me. Baby, just love me and stop fearing. Just you and I, we don't want interference. You and I, all night, no limits. You can feel the vibe, it's vivid. Just shoot your shot, don't miss it. Baby, I can see you trying to shoot from a distance. No, you don't believe me, but I got good intentions. So like when I actually wrote that, the hand, like yeah, it could actually relate because some hands, like when you tell a person you love them, they don't actually believe it, you know, because nowadays, you know, everybody's a player, everybody's this, everybody's that, you know. I say we in the yeah, you know what, you're gonna break a person's heart. It's like a train, but then they don't understand how much love you can give, you know. And we have good intentions, but they're not gonna understand your good intentions. They're not gonna believe it, even if you tell them. They're gonna believe it when they see it, but they see it.
I'm very interested in your mentality. I think as a human being and how you projecting your emotions now when you actually are talking to us, right? And the two of you are friends, right?
Yeah.
And then how long have you been friends for?
Since I started going to church. I started
2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. When we met, it was 2 years, but when I've been going to this church for like 6 years since I was in grade 4. When I got to Leondale, this place where we live in, you know, representing. Yeah.
You have a very what we might term very good mentality and outlook in life, but I think there's still a lot of nurturing that still has to take place also. And you know, I'm saying this because I care, right? And I want you to grow because I'm also listening to your language, and hip hop is about like street language and all of those things that we are supposed to learn. However, generalization is a bit of a problem for me, especially when you start to generalize things and say people are now doing this and this and this, because then you get to be trapped into what people are doing, and then you start to do certain things because it looks like it's now a trend. It is actually accepted. So that's the one thing I'm actually very worried of. But in terms of your talent, I don't think there's any doubt.
You'll make it.
You'll make it. You guys are actually talented. So we want you to make an album, and when you're done, is it a separate album, his album and your album?
No, you know, the EP I'm actually working on, I actually put Good Intentions on, so I was putting Percy on there. But then the other tracks are actually me alone.
Oh, okay.
It's like me alone. But then I don't know if Percy's working on it
So
for sure.
My advice, just in total, you guys' strong point is in your trap soul. I can hear the lyrics, I can hear the flows, I can hear the delivery. The same album he's asking for, I want it in trap. So I don't know if you agree with me, Mr. Stan.
No.
With that delivery, the way you're gonna do it, for me, you guys already understand the delivery and everything, that concept. And to really be honest, I didn't expect such. I know you surprised me beyond my expectations. I expected a lot of 808. I expected a lot of, you know, ad-libbing. But now with the way that you guys are talking about the way you write and the way you deliver, then the song we heard and the way it plays out, I think, Mr. Stan, I would love to hear like a full trap soul concept from you guys. Like that's fire. For me, it's fire. And seal of approval, it's my guns.
Yeah, it's 16:29 right at VMC Planet Radio. We are about to bid goodbye to the two MCs. I don't know if you will stay longer because we have freestyles right at the end of the show.
We don't mind. For me, I actually want to kill it for you. Like, no lies, I want to kill it for you. You know.
Okay. All right. So stick around. But thanks a lot for coming through. We really appreciate it. It's a good thing. I mean, we spoke to you for like 29, 30 minutes. We thought we only gonna be able to speak to you like for 5 minutes. So because we spoke to you for that long, there is something.
Did you see the entrance? That's why like we timed them, because you saw they came in their own car, and then they had their own security, and then to get to them was a struggle. Yeah. And so luckily now at least you talk to your chauffeur and everybody you brought.
So you're starting to behave like. You know, like big artists, big star, like rock stars now.
They started already. They've already started.
Thank you so much for coming through. That was T1 and Loli and
Perc and Oslo.
Perc.